Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero. We are back yet again talking about some more Rippaverse attractors. Of course, people have to always act as if I'm being paid by Eric July, according to these weirdos. We always have these new individuals who want to, of course, start drama. They want to talk about drama. They want to act like they're not for the drama. They want to continue to flame the drama, and then when they get called out on their nonsense, they just sit back and play a victim, of course. But we're going to get into a couple of things here with EVS and Queen Mickey and Vonster, because those are the main topics for the video today. Starting, of course, with the Yara #1 campaign at $1.340 million, 9,860 total purchasers, over 16,600 books have been sold. We've also got Blade Devil 2, Chains of Blood. Back it if you like. I got all the covers, of course, all 4 covers. Love Blade Devil 1. Can't wait to get Blade Devil 2. You can get Blade Devil 1 as part of an add-on for Blade Devil 2, or you can get it as a part of this Indiegogo campaign if you just want to get it by itself. So now, we're going to start here, right? So this was shown to me by someone who actually watches me, someone who actually follows me on Twitter. He says, Renown, I think you should see what EVS is doing now. This is some effed up stuff. Honestly, it's not that big a deal. But at the same time, it does go on to show you what EVS is spending his time on, rather than finishing up his books and getting them out to his customers. Because apparently that is destroying people's livelihoods, to just state the facts of you're not finishing your products, you're focusing on other things, and you're collecting super chats for drama tubing rather than finishing your stuff. It's funny that this Queen Mickey person decided they were going to do some drama nonsense on Twitter and play victim when they get called out. So I said the funny thing is this is once again another self-owned, because he can't even sell his own comics for more than what this would probably sell for. Looking at the image, it looks nothing like me. He should have his proofreader, Thor Odinson, on the job, since he did a great job on Cyberfrog. Oh, wait, he didn't? Because he didn't do a great job on Cyberfrog, because there was Cyberfrog copies that were not proofread correctly, and there were spelling errors, and even bubbles with no words in them. But I digress. This Queen Mickey person decides they're going to go ahead and tag Ethan Van Sciver, saying, I won't lie, I'm jealous. I'm out here representing CG 100%. This guy tears us down. Who are you? You are a nobody. You're not CG. You're not a comic creator. You're not a comic creator. Just like Riley's not a comic creator. Mint Sal's not a comic creator. Matt Barr was a comic creator. He got kicked from CG for those people. And acts like a clown, and he gets an Ethan Van Sciver original sketch. I'm about to go Matt Barr on everyone. Why? Like, you tagged Matt Barr for what? You're basically, again, fanning flames, right? Because the whole joke apparently is that Matt Barr fights with everybody. So what are you saying? You're gonna go and fight with everybody? Is that what you're saying? Because that's the joke when it comes to Matt Barr. It's Ethan always saying that Matt Barr is fighting with everybody when he's not fighting with everybody. Because Matt Barr is quick to hit that block button. And me and Matt Barr, we converse sometimes on Twitter, and we have our disagreements, but I don't say anything terrible about Matt Barr, because clearly me and him are two adults who could have a conversation, and we can have our disagreements and be fine. Most people are just straight for the attacks on here, and that's why I monetize you dummies. So, of course, you have LG. Shout out to my boy. It says, what do you mean by Renown Zero tearing y'all down? From what I've seen, he's been extremely supportive of those who put out comics that he wants to see CG included. It's also it's ironic how EVS puts out this quote-unquote art, but can't produce the comics that other people have paid for. Yeah, because I definitely haven't bought things from like Billy Tucci and Graham Nolan and Andy Smith. But you get my point. I've bought books from CG creators. I've bought books from indie comic creators. I just named Billy Tucci, Graham Nolan, and Andy Smith. I've also got Shane Davis books. I've also got EVS books. I've also got John Malin's books. But apparently I'm tearing people down because I'm exposing their nonsense and saying, hey, where's your product? Hey, where's people's product that they paid for years now? Please work on your stuff. But I digress. Vonster, I can answer this, not crying about it. In fact, I think it's funny, but he's been making vids on me and my campaigns and misrepresenting the facts that tear me down. I've probably made like 1 or 2 videos on you, buddy. You're not that important. I'm sorry. You're just not. You're not important enough for me to care. 1 or 2 vids, maybe at the very least. Showing your campaign slipping in sales is misrepresenting you, yet you do the same thing for the Rippaverse. Then you shifted the goalpost by saying it's not a combined universe, as if that mattered. DC is a combined universe. Sales for Superman and Wonder Woman aren't as high as Batman. Same goes for Spider-Man. It's funny how I can flip your logic and you get butthurt. But you had no answer for that. Of course, this person, again, These people are talking about me in this thread. I also got tagged, like I said. I got tagged by LG in this thread, so I have the right to be there. If I wasn't tagged in the thread, I wouldn't be there. I wouldn't even know the thread existed had the tag not even been there. I don't know who you thought you were, but you're not going to answer my question about EVS saying I deserve to be doxxed. Yeah, I quote tweeted this. I said, so you're okay with this? This chick never answered. This chick never answered in that quote tweet. I asked again in this right here. I asked her again, is she for me getting doxxed? Never got a response. All I got was the same go away like 3,000 times because you're trying to play victim now, when I simply asked you a question of, do I deserve to be doxxed? According to EVS, I do. You're not welcome here. Go be a lame goofball on some else's thread. Some else's thread, because English clearly isn't your first language. That's not an insult. It's clearly not. You do nothing and present no exceptional talent. Come back when you really show talent. Do you understand? Go away. What talent do you have besides showing your titties and a wall of shit that you probably never read? I don't care. Like, you aren't anybody. You have no following. You're not really much of anything yourself. You really have no talent to show yourself. The fact that I'm on YouTube, I record my own videos, I do my own thumbnails, I edit my own videos, I have to do all the uploading, tagging, and all that other stuff. I do all that myself. That takes a level of talent that you have to have and discipline. You have to have talent and discipline to do those things properly while working around with YouTube's algorithm. But so I asked other people who are better at this than I am, a lot better than I am at this, for tips on how to do it better. So I've progressed and gotten better at it. MSK says, why are you being this way? You're way better than talking to people like that. Someone has to tell this person the hard truth. Merit, hard work, talent, and skill is the way. He demonstrates none of those things. So until he does, he needs to get away from me as you play victim, like I said. You're playing victim in this thread, and all I did was ask you, do I deserve to be doxxed according to EVS? So, and I say, you don't know about any of those things. You know nothing about me. You get your information from a biased individual about who I am. You asked me about what I can do, and I said my entire YouTube channel is all done by me. I edit my own videos, I make my own thumbnails, and do all my videos with no script. My videos don't have a script. My videos aren't scripted. This is all from the brain, all from my head when I'm talking about stuff in videos. Just checked it out, not good. That's fine. You're allowed to have that opinion. That's pretty okay, fine. Here's the thing. You're playing games with people's livelihoods. Kind of like how people are playing with people's livelihoods when it comes to Rippaverse, or me when people try to get my Twitch channel taken down because I have an opinion they disagree with or something of that nature. I don't know, because that's never happened before to me, like legitimately happened to me, because apparently showing your campaigns that are late is attacking someone's livelihood and playing games. That's a bit on the side of hyperbole. Since when is making videos that people are watching, by the way, taking food out of someone else's plate and playing children's games? Yeah, because the pie is not fixed, as they say, right? There's enough money to go around for everyone who wants it. Because he crapping on Real Pro. Everyone doesn't get a trophy. He wants to be recognized, put in the work. Would you hire him to make this for you? I wouldn't want anyone to hire me. I'd rather work for myself, which is why I do all of the stuff myself. At the very least, maybe I'll get an editor who can also do thumbnails. But at the very least, honestly, I'd rather just work for myself. Why would LG have to hire me when he can do better thumbnails than I can? Who cares? A lot of people's thumbnails are very basic. A thumbnail like this one on the left is similar to a thumbnail you would see on like an Angry Joe video. Obviously, he's been doing it a lot longer than me, so he has better knowledge on how to do placement and all that. But if people are watching the video, that's cool. I appreciate that they watch the video. No one would hire you. Now you for third time. Go away. I no longer wish to highlight your low-level work. Again, I'm just reading the tweets on the screen, by the way, as they are presented. This thread was about me. I was tagged here. My quote-unquote low-level work gets views. Shocking, I know. Why don't you stop being a drama queen and acting like you're superior to me? So all you're saying is go away, because again, I was tagged in this thread. This thread was talking about me and a sketch made of me, apparently. But whatever you say, LG asks Vonster. A campaign of mine that was selling only 500 books sold 415, and he was comparing that to other campaigns of mine with higher prices and thousands of customers to make it look like I was failing. For someone who tells people to do their research, he could have done some of his own. I said, so if you only sold 415 out of 500, you must be failing by your logic. No, we were happy with the results. That was a great boost to our funding to make our full graphic. No, fair point. Now I asked him, so are you losing fans with every campaign if not everyone is buying everything you make? to where he actually said he gets it. Rippaverse is losing thousands of fans for every campaign, and you're big mad to show up to cry in all my threads and smear lies to cope. You're not losing fans, you're gaining them with every subscription to my website and sale. Because your books are awesome and not YouTuber merch. So, I wonder where you got the YouTuber merch talking point from. Oh yeah, you got that from EVS, because he's the one, that first one I've ever heard say that nonsense. So, you want to talk about how I have a savior, meanwhile EVS, you pull the exact words from him as far as YouTuber merch. So losing fans every campaign, if not everyone's buying everything you make. So you shifted the goalpost to something Eric said, and I said, you're going to shift the goalpost, and LG just asked you what I presented you with. You shifted the goalpost when I asked you a question. I asked you to clarify what you said here in regards to your own stuff. Why are you dodging? That's why I don't care about what you have to say, really. Because you're just one of those people that dodge whenever I present you with a question about something. But let's listen to EVS, of course, cope with the fact that he believes that everyone around Eric is paid. We're all freaking paid to shill or whatever the heck they're talking about. Because, like this person right here, his name is, you can see it there, right? Chuck Dixon is bad because he works for Rippaverse now, even though people have revered him as one of the greatest Batman writers ever.
Because the people that we just mentioned, are bullies. He's like, I
And who are the bullies you speak of?
appreciate. Hey, Renowned Zero, I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, dummy. Hail the lore student.
Yes, keep doing what you're doing, dummy. Because all you're doing is making it so that less people buy your stuff, less people are interested in your stuff, because this is all you know how to do now. Drama tube and be a huge bitch.
God, who I mentioned at the beginning of this video, keep doing it. Keep going real hard on my detractors so I can just sit there and pretend that, I don't understand why it's happening.
Yeah, I don't do that, bro. I don't have to pretend. Here's the thing. I could be putting a post, like I said before. I could be putting up a post of me just appreciating my viewers for watching my videos, and I'll still get people on there. So it's like, it doesn't matter what I post. I'm always going to have clowns like you on my posts. Moving on. I responded, like I said. That's interesting because I've never once said they shouldn't have a business in comics or shouldn't be allowed at conventions. I haven't torn down a single person. You're a fence sitter. You were into the whole fanning the flames of drama between CG and Eric July. Where were you when your cult leader said I deserved to be doxxed by simply disagreeing with the way he was acting? Even after he said that, I defended their ability to appear at C2E2. Ethan, Shane, and John have all disrespected me as a customer and played victim when people didn't back them upon their cancellation. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. If you want to pause and read what this says on the screen, you can do that. Where you at? Dude, you get on here and insult people all the time here that doesn't like Eric's comic. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't insult anybody that doesn't like Eric's comic. You fucking moron. What I do is I say to people, your opinion is your opinion. You're allowed to not like something. Find the fucking tweet. Find the clip. Find something where I actually insult someone for not liking Eric's comic. Because I know you're full of shit. I know you're full of shit. Just like all you retards are full of shit. Literally defending myself here, right? I'm literally defending myself here. And what do you say? I'm fanning the flames of drama. No, I'm not. Calling out your bullshit because, again, you are yet another person who is trying to sell a product to somebody, and yet you're acting like a fucking asshole. I'm not sitting up here disrespecting potential customers. I don't go to my viewers and do that. I see all the people that say the nasty stuff they say in my comments, and I respond accordingly. I can respond nasty back to those types of people as well. Just like you idiots are always in my comments section, constantly, talking nonsense. So I respond accordingly and call you a fucking retard. I'm sorry you don't like it. That ain't my problem. I digress. Because, of course, like I said, this chick didn't even respond. She didn't even bother to respond to my question. So, obviously, I am going to assume that you don't care if I get doxxed either. So, let's go ahead and do that because that's apparently the world we live in now. And yet, it would do nothing because this person says, you could call me names of the facts or destroys arguments. You don't have any arguments. There are no arguments to be made. Monster MD, Terror in the Trenches, and Psycho Kills are not part of the same universe as Rippaverse. Monster MD and Terror in the Trenches have yet to have an issue 2. Psycho Kills is limited to 500 copies at $20. Okay, and Terror in the Trenches is going to do what? The first one did 96K. You think the second one's going to do 96K the way you're acting? I don't think so. I do not think so. And I said, and yet it would do nothing but put money in my pocket. Your insults do literally nothing to me. The fact is, ISOM does not equal AlphaCore or Yaira, just like Batman does not equal Superman or Wonder Woman. But let's not talk about what I actually said, which was not everyone shows up for everything, because you fucking retards always seem to take me out of context and don't actually listen to anything I say, because you don't actually care about what I have to say. My viewers care what I have to say. They listen to everything I say clearly and understand it. And they understand that I'm not sitting here telling anybody to cancel nobody. I'm not telling anyone to boycott anybody. I'm not telling anybody you can't like a comic or a person. I'm not doing any of that wild shit. Y'all sit up here and act like Eric is the funny mustache man of WW2. They are in a shared universe, but Batman outsells every other DC character. Apply the same logic to every comic company, which y'all won't apply that to Cyberfrog. You won't apply that to any other indie comic, right? You only apply it to the Rippaverse because it's the only company that you hate. Spider-Man outsells every other Marvel property, but the villains like Venom, Carnage, Lobo, etc. are in a shared universe. The Marvel comics are supposed to be in a shared universe, but Peter Parker Spider-Man is the one that sells the most. You can notice how low IQ individuals can't actually argue what I said. They can only spew BS from their mouth. You're too unintelligent to say anything worth a damn to anyone. If you want to use that logic, why didn't the same people show up for all the different versions of Spider-Man, since it's all in the same universe? Peter Parker is the Spider-Man that everyone shows up for. They still can't answer this simple question of, why does Superman and Wonder Woman not sell as well as Batman if they're all part of DC in the same universe? Same goes for Spider-Man. They cannot seem to answer this question. They like to sit up here and act as if the same people are going to buy ISOM, the same people are going to buy AlphaCore, the same people are going to buy Yaira, the same people are going to buy Gooding, and all these same people count this man's money with every fucking campaign. It's fucking gay, and it's bitch made. But apparently saying that you're bitch made because you count another man's money constantly is wrong. It hurts their feelings and their livelihoods. Fuck off. You mean the way I've always talked? Because this guy says, talk like a black guy. Like, I guess that's supposed to be kind of racist. Are you saying that black guys are the only guys that use slang? You mean the way I've always talked? Like how you weirdos get offended by the slang of pull up and air out? Like how MFers have always said, pull up to the crib? This isn't new language for me. I've been creating trading cards for my original character, was hoping for a professional opinion. What do you think? And what do? You go ahead and tag all the CG pros, quote unquote pros, because that's what you're doing. You're sucking up to people, similar to how a Richard Embryo would always tag the big CG guys whenever he needed a promotion for his book. So I said, you spend more time trying to impress grown men with your trash AI as I just continue to live rent-free in your head. Or live in your head rent-free. You understand people like dwarves, right? LG, show this man how it's done. It's not like you haven't already tried to pass yourself off as a masculine individual with the name Thor Odinson. You ooze so much soy and jealousy you can fill the world's oceans. Because this is an individual who, of course, flip-flopped from liking to hating the Rippaverse, right? Because EVS obviously told him to, or he just changed his mind for that reason, because EVS said it was bad, so he said it was bad. He sat up here and said that Nerdrotic, the guy on FNT, doesn't promote indie stuff. Meanwhile, he promoted a man named George, who's now called George the Giant Slayer on YouTube, George Morillo, who was inspired by Gary to create his own YouTube channel and write his own book. So you're telling me he's not promoting independence, meanwhile George Morillo's an independent. Make it make sense. That's why you're so offended by AI art that's slightly more creative than 3D assets. Remember, you're sitting here complaining about me, sucking up to the quote-unquote comic pros. I'm not doing that. I'm not offended by AI art. I'm offended by shitty AI art. LG's AI art of my profile picture is far superior, and he put in the work to create it. And you can see more of it right here. Shout out to LG. This person saying, oh, this is an own. This is an own. This post is an own. This post is an own, even though it's not an existent post. I deleted it. I said, you do realize you used a deleted post, right? This is why I believe you're retarded. And then I actually put out this statement as well. I said, it's interesting how CG weirdos and supporters like to play the moral compass for simply pointing stuff out. Then the head of the quote-unquote movement acts like a jealous racist and envious prick and tries to cry victim to throw it onto you for exposing their hypocrisy. Then the hive mind, not along like low IQ drones, the cult leader tells them to hate that guy to cover up his own failures because he can't deliver what he promised, or what was promised. He ends up delivering nothing but lies and drama for a bunch of SEALs clapping to the sounds of Black Man Bad. Face it, EVS is a washed-up comic pro who would rather spend his time entertaining his low-level drones than deliver his product to the paying customer, screeching for help from all the people he ostracized when he gets canceled from a convention. Get the fuck out of here. Which is about 5 years of his allowance. We understand you're broke and you're projecting. You can stop now. Me terrible English on par with Eric's storytelling. Meanwhile, you misspelled Eric. You're not even talking about the correct person. It's so fucking funny. Oh, really? What did Mark Millar say specifically about his writing? That it's going in a good direction? Or was he just being nice? And all he said was that he loved his new gift and is impressed that it was Eric's first comic. Which really means nothing at all. He's not saying it's bad or good. That's not what he said. He's actually said it's going in a good direction and it has great world building. But beside the point, his storytelling was praised by well-renowned writers like Mark Millar and Chuck Dixon. Keep coping. You tried to get a win and got BTFO'd. It's interesting how they like to play off people. I mean, these are the same type of people that said that Mark Millar was getting a payday from Eric July to give his book good reviews. Now we're shifting the goalpost to, what did he actually say? Sure, bud, with your fake bicep. I own the house in living, the car that I use. You don't use a car, you drive one. You drive a car. You clearly have to send them money because of all the money you wasted with your terrible English. Holy crap. Repeat after me. I own the house I live in. I drive a car. You literally insult people all the time. Oh, yes, because people don't come into my timeline 1,000 times a week saying the same regurgitated insults every freaking day. I mean, I don't care. It's just more content for me. But whatever. I only insult people that do it first. Lies are lies. It's amazing how much you lie. Literally, this guy right here has posted the same exact post like 5 times today on my posts. Perfect example right there. Dude, you have to understand, I don't give a shit. I didn't respond the first 3 times you put that post. I'm not going to respond the next 2 times you put that post. It's like people on the internet think that they're owed your time and think that because they're a fucking pussy and they have thin skin because of mean words on the internet, that you're somehow going to shrivel up into a ball when they keep repeating the same thing over and over again. They still don't understand the game plan of keep talking shit, I'll keep making money. It's not hard. But they want to keep doing it, that's fine. I'm good with that. Please get a dictionary. Again, this is another person who says the exact same thing every day about learn what words mean, even though that's what I tell you dummies. Because you dummies don't know what words mean. This is one of those people who use the words simp and shill and don't actually know what those words mean. It's the same people that use the words like grift and they keep calling everything a grift. And you have to participate in a small swindle for it to be a grift. How did I get swindled? I have my product that I paid for. I enjoy the product that I paid for. Where's the swindle at? I said, got anything else? You're a loser. You're on every single post. I've never used a word that I don't know the definition of. You have used simp and shill incorrectly a lot of times. How about you go back and cry to EVS more? Because that's what you're best at. You're best at crying to EVS. I don't have to cry to fucking anybody about anything. You can say all the retarded shit you want. All I do is this. I make videos and I monetize it. Because it's funny. I appreciate the people that watch my videos. And what these idiots don't realize is hate watching is still watching. So if you want to hate watch, go ahead and hate watch. You're not doing anything other than putting money in my pocket. So I appreciate it, even if you hate watch. And I appreciate everyone for checking out the video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, though, hit the like button. Comment below what you feel about all this. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or live stream. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.